Hi guys, hope you're all okay. It's Chantel, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to review these amazing fragrances from the Floris gift set that I got for my birthday. Now this is such a great way of trying some of the fragrances by Floris, which is a house I have never tried anything from yet. So until I got these fragrances, I hadn't tried anything and I didn't know quite what to expect. But I've been testing these out and I'm going to give my opinion on each of them and also go through like the backstory of the fragrances, because most of these fragrances have a lovely little story behind them, which I love. If you know me, my channel, I love a good story. So anyway, before I go through the fragrances, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the perfume brand Floris. Now, Floris was founded in 1730 by Juan Floris and his wife Elizabeth. They started off by selling shaving products. Also, they did fragrances and combs, and the first shop that opened up was 89 Jermyn Street in St James in London, and amazingly the brand is still run from that shop to this day, which I find fascinating. I love that so much. And also it's still run by the descendants of the Floris family. It's actually owned by Edward Bodnam, and he is the 9th generation of the Floris family. Now I think that is so good that it's still a family owned business and it's been kept in those roots. I just think that is so lovely. The owner today, Edward Bodnam, actually learned his craft from his grandfather and his father, and it was in the times that they still created all the perfumes in the basement of the shop. So the street outside always had this amazing aroma of the Floris fragrances, and that's what Edward really remembers from his younger days, which is so nice. So now let's get into chatting about the fragrances. The first three I'm going to talk about are all quite citrus heavy fragrances, and the first one in the pack that I tried is Jermyn Street. Now, Jermyn Street was inspired by the backbone of the business, the shop that everything was founded in, and the startup of the business. And to this day, I love how everything's still run from the same shop and everything is so family orientated. I love that so much. But this one is a real sort of boozy gin and tonic kind of fragrance. It reminds me of sipping on a gin and tonic on a hot summer's day, and your glass is filled with ice and you've got a hint of lemon in there. That's exactly what this fragrance reminds me of. It's really refreshing, it's uplifting. To me, it's maybe a little bit more masculine leaning, but I would definitely wear this one, especially like on a hot summer's day when you want something to really sort of refresh you and make you feel cooled down in the summer heat. This is a really good one for that. You also get quite a lot of the juniper berries that are in there, and there's also a hint of coriander. It's such a beautiful, uplifting, refreshing, sort of happy citrus fragrance, and this is one that I think anyone could really pull off in the summertime. But yeah, as I say, maybe slightly more masculine, but still something that I would wear. So that's Jermyn Street. So the next one is Neroli Voyage, and this one, the backstory of this really tugged at my heartstrings. It's all about Edward Bodenham, he took a journey tracing back his ancestors' footsteps, and on that journey he travelled the coastline from France to Italy, and this whole fragrance resembles that journey. Now, we found out about this specific journey from his ancestors' journal. It was Robert Floris, and he had said that he had travelled the coastline searching for like the perfect ingredients for his fragrances. And I just find that absolutely magical that Edward went and done that exact same journey. I love that. And also the ingredients that was chosen to go into this fragrance was taken from bits of that journey to really remind him of that specific time. So this is a real sort of citrus marine fragrance. You've got a lot of orange blossom in there, which is inspired by the stunning orange blossom trees that grow along the French coastline. You've also got the neroli and the lemon. This is another really bright and happy fragrance. This is probably not my sort of fragrance. I would definitely not reach for this. But if you like neroli and you like orange blossom, this is a really nice one. And how magical is that whole backstory? I think it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's Neroli Voyage. Then we've got Bergamotto Di Positano. Now this one has such a beautiful story. It pays homage to Charles Joseph Pagliano, who in the early 19th century left a really small fishing village on the Amalfi Coast to travel to London to marry Mary Floris. Now, Mary Floris worked really hard in the florist business. She actually lived in the shop. So he went and he married Mary Floris, and they had such an amazing life together. But this is all about the Amalfi Coast and about the memories that Charles had from his early days. And to me, they absolutely nailed it with this one. You've got bergamot in here, mandarin, orange blossom. There's also like a real creamy vanilla note in the base. And I also get a little bit of woodiness. You have those marine notes in there as well. And it just smells beautiful. And this one is probably my favourite of the 3 citrus fragrances. I think it's absolutely stunning. This reminds me of like a warm evening in the Mediterranean when you're having like a nice meal on the promenade and you've got that sort of sea breeze coming in and blowing in your hair. That's exactly what this fragrance reminds me of. It's beautifully uplifting. It's so well blended, and that vanilla in the base really gives it a beautiful creaminess. So yeah, I really like this one. The next one is one that I absolutely adore. It's one of my favourites from the full collection, and it's Cherry Blossom. This is such an easy wear fragrance. It's beautiful. I think it's perfect for like daytime wear. Definitely quite feminine, and it's just stunning. But this was originally created for Japan and the image of the Japanese woman. It also takes inspiration from the age-old tradition of hanami, where families meet up, family and friends, and have picnics under the sakura trees. and they just enjoy the image of those beautiful cherry blossom clouds. Now, this smells stunning. It really is such a beautiful fragrance. You've got a lot of cherry blossom in there. You've also got fresh, ripe cherries, and there's pink pepper in there, and also like a musk to it as well. You really get a real musk vibe. It's stunning. It really, really is, and I really love this one. It would be like a easy grab and go fragrance if you didn't know what else to wear and you just want to smell like clean and fresh and beautiful. This would be like the perfect fragrance, and that's cherry blossom. Then we've got a Rose 4. Now, this fragrance is inspired by the rose fields of Morocco, and this is another one that I absolutely love. It's so beautiful. This is a rose with depth. It's quite mysterious. It's rose and it's smoky. It's got an incense vibe to it, but not too much. If you don't like incense fragrances, don't let that put you off, because it's just there in the background. It's got like a spiciness to it as well. It's the exact type of rose that I always say that I love. A one that's a little bit mysterious. It's maybe got a little bit of darkness to it, but not much. And there's definitely like a woodiness in the background. This is such a beautiful one. I think this is definitely unisex. It's such a gorgeous rose fragrance, and I love the inspiration behind it. This fragrance has a warmth to it, which really takes me to those like rose fields in Morocco with the hot Moroccan sun and the aroma of the stunning roses. So yeah, definitely a firm favourite out of the collection. It's called a Rose 4. The next one is Vert Fougere. Now, this is the only one out of the full collection that isn't me. It's not me at all. It's not my style of fragrance, and it's one that I don't actually like. But the background story of this one is about a journey the in-house perfumers took to re-image the classic Fougere fragrance. So this one is very green and mossy. It's got lavender in there. You've got patchouli, cedar. There's citrus notes in there as well. And it's really smoky. Now, to me, this reminds me a little bit of a damp, mossy woodland. And you've got like a sort of maybe logs burning in the background. That's what this smells like. For me, it's too green, it's too mossy and woody. It's not one for me. But if you like a Fougere fragrance, this might be a good one for you to check out. It's Vert Fougere. So the next one is 7172, and this is a collaboration between Floris and Turnbull Asser. Now, Turnbull Asser sell luxury menswear, and they're actually based on the same street, Jermyn Street, as Floris. Now, this fragrance is all about a shared passion of craftsmanship, and I think it's really lovely that this collaboration happened. I think it's really good. Now, this is definitely a masculine fragrance, which is what you would expect, as Turnbull Asser is a luxurious gentleman's shop. So what I get is a lot of sort of citrus notes. You've got orris in there. You've also got juniper and oud, and those citruses mix really well with the orris and oud. The orris and oud give it a bit of a oomph and a bit of a backbone, and it smells really, really good. I'd definitely love for my husband to smell like this. This to me smells like a suited, well-dressed gentleman. It really does, and it's such a good one, and I love the story behind it and the collaboration. So that's 71, 72. The final two that I'm going to talk about were actually brought out as a duo. Now, the first one is Honey Oud, and Harrods actually commissioned the Floris family to do these two fragrances to be sold in the Harrods department store. Now, this one is definitely my favourite. I really love this one. It's quite a gourmand fragrance. You've got like a syrupy, sweet, runny honey. You've got oud and vanilla. And this just smells so stunning. I love it. Definitely unisex. It's velvety smooth. It's stunning. I'm actually going to spray some on because I love this one so much. It smells absolutely amazing. Oh, it's gorgeous. So yeah, definitely my favourite of the bunch. It's Honey Oud. Such a stunner, guys. If you haven't checked this one out and you like a honey fragrance and you don't mind oud, this is amazing. And the other part of the duo is Leather Oud. Now this one has a little backstory, and it's all about back in the day when the new fragrance oils used to come into Floris, and they were presented in like a luxurious leather case, and the smell of the leather and all the fragrance oils combined just like overwhelmed the perfumers. So this fragrance is all about that, and it's a really beautiful one. It's a smoky leather. You've got oud in there, and also it's quite woody. I really love it. I really do. I'm going to just remind myself. Yeah, it's such a beautiful fragrance, and it does make me think of like little fragrance oils stored in that beautiful leather case. So yeah, I really like this one as well. I think if you like a leather fragrance, this is amazing. So yeah, that's Leather Oud. So guys, that's it. Those are all the little fragrances I got in my set from Floris. I'm really happy with them. I think the fragrances are stunning. I love the stories behind them. You know me, you know I love a good story. A story to me can really sell a fragrance and put you in that mindset and really take you on that journey, and I love that so much. So I love these, and Floris is definitely going to be a house that I'm going to explore a little bit further. So I'd love it if you'd let me know in the comments if you've tried any of the fragrances by Floris and which one's your favourite. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Give us a big thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and press the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload a video, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.